So I'm back at it. I'm back at it. First of all, first and foremost, let's just be grateful and thank the God. Let's just be grateful and thank God first and foremost. The almighty presence on the universe, in the universe, and on the universe. Listen, back at it with the Hater Chronicles. Back at work. Let me tell you. So it ain't I didn't got to the point where this is so constant. This behavior is so constant and so consistent. I know it's spiritual. It ain't even about ethnicity. Is its foundational point physical and based on history? Yes, but it's not that's not all of it. That's not all of it. It's a spiritual thing. So I come into work. Guess who on the paperwork? Hey, guess who on the paperwork? Enjoy the day, it's sunny. Take advantage. So one thing I've noticed, also quick side note. One thing I've noticed about the youth is not only depressed, they're apathetic. They're apathetic. I said, how y'all doing? The old lady, you know what I'm saying, on the porch was like, I'm fine. How are you? Dude straight looked at me. Whole time he was looking at me the whole time. So how are you looking at someone for curiosity, but you can't acknowledge, and then when they acknowledge, you put your head back down. This is the world we live in. But I'm gonna still shine my energy because I contemplate this many times back and forth in my mind, and I say, Olu, are you doing too much? Are you giving women too many compliments? Are you giving men too many compliments? Are you trying to be are you doing too much? Are you trying to be too kind? Are you trying to be too loving? Are you trying to be too pure? Are you doing too much? And God say, no, you're not. You just need to reform how you do it. Because some of these motherfuckers out here, some of these individuals out here, they literally don't have enough love in their love bank. They don't have enough love within themselves to even receive it. Like, you got to understand, love is a two-way street. I'll put it like this. Say I pay you some money, right? And your Cash App is on say I pay you some money and your Cash App and your Zelle is in overdraft. So if I pay you, you still broke. That's another conversation, but we got to get into that because people can't receive love because their love bank is in the deficit. They're broke. So when they try to give love back, you giving from an empty bank account. Like, you're not even an empty bank account. You're depleted. Like, you're in the negative in the love bank. You're in the negative. So anywho, back to what I was saying. And like I said, maybe this is just God's way of saying to me, you've done your test. You're now ready to leave the South. You've done your homework, you passed the test. Get your shit ready. I'm finna move you out. You passed. I can only hope God is saying that, because I'm saying that in my head. But let's just say God is saying that. The South is a no-go. Atlanta's a no-go. Sodom and Gomorrah. We're not doing it anymore. No go, no go, no go. But anyways, as I carry on. So I'm at work, right? I'm just chilling. We're at work, chilling. I'm working with the Hater. As I said, Hater Chronicles. I'm working with the Hater and Salazar. So Salazar is cool. He just in his own little world. Actually, I wasn't supposed to say names, so I apologize for that. I wasn't supposed to say no names. Anywho, it is what it is. So I'm working with the Hater and the other guy. The other guy is in his own little world. Remember what I said about the Chick-fil-A? The thing about the Chick-fil-A is this. He denied him again. He said, the other guy said, since we took the break, can we go to Chick-fil-A? And he says, we're not going to Chick-fil-A. We're going to, I'm practicing Ramadan. We're just going straight to the job. How y'all doing?
Good.
He said, we're going straight to the job. Dude put his head down because he was hungry. Now, let me tell you one thing about hateration. One thing about hateration is this. Hate will bend rules just to hate more. It's by law that you get a break. It's by law that you get a break to eat. It's by law. But he's so much of a hater. He said, oh, it's Ramadan. What that got to do with us eating? So since I believe in fasting, I didn't mind it. But I'm like, but he's still hungry though. So the whole time, he curved us off of the food. It gets bigger than that. We're working, and I'm telling myself, like, just rebuke the spirit of evil because he's really a hater. When I tell you he was doing so many nitpicky things, I don't even want to get into all the details because it's just sad. It's just really sad. And lastly, this is where I can express his last little tidbit. God said this man is not just a hater off of your work, he's a hater off of your everything. The spirit within you, he don't like. So let me tell you this. I'm chilling. And a young lady says, oh, you're going out to the trash? And she says, and she starts walking with me, like walking right beside me. She's trying to catch the vibes. So I said, okay. She tried to catch the vibe. And I said, well, nice to meet you. Right when we get to the trash can door, he comes out and blocks it because he didn't want her, who was in front of me, he didn't want her to hold the door open for me so we can catch a stronger connection. God said, don't matter about this. Don't put your energy into little matters. This dude is clearly hating off of your energy, and since you don't care anymore, he is basically going mad in the head. He said, it doesn't matter anymore. You've won. And I said, why is this happening? He said, because he's unhappy. He's a genuinely unhappy man. And I said, will he ever be happy? God said, you already know the answer to that. So I've gotten to a point where I understand how this game of life works. God said it's spiritual. It's been spiritual. It's never human. Human is just the avatar we use. Human is just the avatar we use to understand life. But it's really not human. It's always been spiritual. And he said, let him go. Because the energy that he has is so little. He feeds off of everything Everything, every ounce of your energy he feeds off of, even if it's just sitting near you. I said, it's like that. God said, it's like that. So after that happened, when we get off work, the other dude wants to get dropped off. He has a problem with the dude getting dropped off because he likes narcissistic, abusive power, likes power all the time. Like it doesn't know how to live life while being submissive. It literally will go crazy if it's submissive. It literally doesn't understand how to submit or surrender to anything. That's how I know for a fact that he's a false Muslim. Because I'm like, you don't understand surrender. All religious people by any sector understand surrender. All. But anywho, God said, let me show you how you're different. So we get out of work. And I have a little key fob to get me out of the gate at work. He usually doesn't have his car when his car broke down. So and I said to myself, should I even key fob him out of here? Because he's a hater. And God said, it's not in your nature. God said, it's not in your nature to be a hater like him. So I asked him, I said, hey, do you need me to key fob you out? And he says, oh, nah, bro, I got the car back. And God says, do you see how it doesn't faze you to be kind to people? God said, it doesn't faze you to be kind to people, but it phases him to be kind to people. It's an issue for him to be kind to people, but it's not an issue for you to be kind to people. In your heart, you have a loving heart, and he doesn't. Every day we have to understand that. We can change. We can change things every day, but we have to understand that. And it's only within yourself. It's only within yourself that you can change. It's only within yourself that you can change. And I say that because I don't, let me just be honest. I don't even like to have hater chronicles. Like it's low-key funny that I'm talking about it because it's true. It's true. But I don't like investing my energy talking about it. I'm only investing this energy to talk about it because I know that someone else in the future might have similar situations. You get what I'm saying? And I don't want anyone else going through a similar situation because they might not know how to fight it. So I want to tell you this, regardless of who you are, what we are, where we are, when we are, there will always be a negative force trying to destroy your essence. Always. But understand this, negativity can't last forever. The negative energy that we understand on planet Earth can't last forever. And it's not to say that God is that strong or amazing of a God. What it's saying is that God's way will be the end always. Like God will be the end always. He will always be the Alpha Omega. He will be the beginning and the end. He will always, the evil can't thrive. I'll just leave it like that. So if you're ever in a situation where people are just, or even in environments where your environment is just a Debbie Downer and your environment doesn't want you to grow and your environment wants all y'all to be just bummy all the time, understand that sometimes in life your environment don't change. It's you that has to change. You have to supersede. Sometimes that's how it is. You have to outgrow, not them. So I want to leave y'all with that. Hater Chronicles. What's up, man? Yo. Hater Chronicles 101. 102. You have to leave your environment. You have to. It's physically impossible to out-thrive when you're in your environment. Just like in scripture, they say that they leave their town, they leave their environment to thrive. You have to leave your environment. If you want to thrive, you leave it. You have to. Anywho, talk to y'all soon. I'm gonna get something to eat. Peace.